Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on inside of the StreamYard room. Yep, it's your girl, Dineen Merriweather. Look, the conversation is higher, Dineen, higher. Yo, this is a statement I cannot get out of my head. Some of you guys may have heard this story before, but when my husband and I lived in North Carolina, I'm going to tell you what happened. And it caused him to say these words and to catch me by surprise. But listen, this whole conversation this month is honoring your thoughts. Put it in the chat. Honor your thoughts. Honor your thoughts. Look, first, I want to say to you, thank you so much for being here. For those of you that come consistently each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, share this video. Things will be changing. I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to hang in there until the end of the year, or I might just bring these conversations into closed spaces so I can actually interact with people and see people instead of talking out to never, never, never land. Like some people can comment, they can talk to me. So I don't want to disappear. I don't want to go away. I promise I will give you other options to interact with me, but I want to be the most impactful that I can. And if coming here on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is not it, then I definitely want to make the shift and change and offer something that would be more beneficial. So again, my name is Dineen Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneur's Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world, leveraging their knowledge, igniting their passion, building a highly profitable business by building their courage, confidence, and competence so they can accept, believe, and commit to what it is God has called them to do. Hey, Sissy, thank you so much for being there. So this conversation is higher, Dineen, higher, Dineen, higher. So listen, I, whoever you are out there, same thing for you. Higher, LaShawn, higher, Tam, higher, Tiffany, higher, all my people that's at higher, Dr. Roz, higher, Quaya, higher, Pamela, higher, Stephanie Sings, higher to all of my peoples that's in my state. Oh, higher, Missy Brown, higher for all of those who I am calling out. Higher, new Tiffany, new Tiffany, my niecey Pooh, higher. So listen, let's have this conversation about higher. As you know, it says in the word that God's ways are higher than our ways and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. I am calling you to bring your thoughts higher and higher. So back in North Carolina, I was watching, it must have been the Hip Hop Wives or whatever reunion. It was some reality show, and I was sitting there watching it. And you know, like sometimes you could just get caught up in the conversations and watching TV, and you start to just binge watch, like, you know, show after show. Even though the Bridgertons is back, I'm about to have to go ahead and binge on that. But anyway, as I digress, while you're watching TV, you find yourself sometimes getting roped in to binging on different shows that may not be feeding you mentally the things that you need to eat in order to be able to have the life that you want. So what I'm saying to you, higher LaShawn, higher Dineen, higher Tam, higher, is you need to elevate your thoughts. And I got to tell you why, that you got to be careful at what you're doing and how you're allowing things to go in these holes. You don't really get how many things you take on and your belief system and the way that you take things as truths because of how many times you may have heard it, the different experiences that you may have, the person that you hear saying it. And I just want you to get that sometimes even people that you care about, that you love, that you admire, that you aspire to be like, that you dream to meet or to interact with, do you get sometimes they even have to level up? Put it in the chat. I will level up. And I ain't talking about level up in your experience, but level up in your thinking. And in order for you to be able to do that, you have to be mindful of what you let into go in, because whatever you let go in comes out. Put it in the chat. Whatever I let go in comes out. Yep, I'm on fire today because this is just how I'm feeling. So sorry if it's not calm enough. And Monday, whatever it is, Tamu has called Monday, whatever it is, let it be that. But today, let's talk about some reasons you got to go higher, LaShawn, higher. You have to go higher because I'm going to tell you how these chains of affects your life and what it is that you're experiencing right now. And I keep telling you this. I keep telling you to look around and see the results that you have. The money, the career, the relationships, your level of rest, your health, all the things you created. So you can either say thank you or you can say higher, whichever one. You can say thank you if you please with whatever areas you're pleased with. And for the areas that you ain't pleased with, I need you to say higher. Okay. So listen, here's what you got to get that's happening when you're listening to things and allowing things to go into your mind and allowing things to take root and the place that transformation happens. You know, also how the word says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, because that's where everything is happening. That transformation is happening in your mind, but it's through language. Put it in the chat. Everything's through language, right? You know your power is in language. You create through language. You live through language. You build relationships through language. You move through language. All the things are created in language. Language is so important. The way that we speak, the things that we listen to, we got to be mindful because it is where everything is happening. Everything, that's right. Whatever you put in will come out. So you better be careful. So here's what happens. Here's what tends to happen. And I want you to kind of get this because I think if you get this, it's gonna be easier for you to live higher, for you to listen higher, for you to be higher, for you to choose and make decisions higher, for you to have a higher conversation, and for you to have a higher level of results. So the first thing I want you to be mindful of is that experiences, and you could put the experiences number one. The experiences that you have in life, whether it's based on interaction with other people, the things that you're watching on TV, right? Whatever those experiences are, they stick with you. And these experiences get you to thinking, okay? Right? When you're looking at the housewives or the hip hop, whatever I was watching when John was like higher, higher, I was sitting there listening to the conversations and the different relationships that weren't fruitful. Obviously, it was a reunion, and it was a whole bunch of drama going on about this person sleeping with this person, and this person lied to this person, and this person jumped up and punched this person. I'm just telling you what I was watching. Now, don't be surprised. I'm sure y'all watching this shady, grindy, ratchet. That's the word I was looking for. Ratchet television too. And while I was watching the ratchet TV, my husband passed by, was like, higher, Dineen, higher. Because I was sitting there for about 30 minutes, an hour, maybe an hour, 30 minutes. And I was just soaking it up, let that jersey go in. But anyway, the experiences that you're having every day, even the ones that you've had in your past, they're shaping your thoughts. They're shaping what's happening up here. And after those experiences, right? Because even when you're young, your parents are feeding you different things in your environment, the way that they talk to you, the things that they create fear in you, like fire and touching the stove. And some of these things are good for you, but some of these things not so much, right? But those experiences starts to teach you, and it starts to foster these thoughts. And after you have these thoughts, number two, what happens is you make a decision. Put it, the next one is you make a decision. Now, what decision you make, I don't know. Maybe it's I'm not going to allow this to happen to me. Maybe it's I'm not good enough. Maybe this isn't right. I don't know what to do. Or maybe it's I'm never going to do that again. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to allow this person to get close to me. I'm not going to allow any person to get close to me. But you make a decision. Hey, Stephanie, I shouted you out, girl. I was just talking about you. So happy that you were here. We got to get back on the schedule. I'm ready to talk to you. I need to talk to you. I want to talk to you. But whenever you make that decision, I'm back, y'all. I had to shout out Tiffany. I was so happy. Stephanie, I was happy to see her. So listen, when you make that decision, whatever it is, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to hang around this person. I'm not going to let this person get to me. It becomes a rule. Put it in the chat. Number three, you make up this rule, whatever it is, whatever you decided, right? Because you made a decision, and the decision was to do or not to do something, right? So it becomes a rule. And whatever you say that you're not going to do, right? It becomes something that you honor. You give value to it. You make it as if it's true. Now, mind you, you're just trying to protect yourself, and I get it, but you make it as if it's true. So it becomes a lens that you live through, things that you abide by, things that you live from, which is in fact going to determine where you're going to end up. We're going to get there. So if at first it's an experience, 2, you make a decision, 3, you make up this rule, then number 4, what happens? It becomes your belief system. See, this is how it gets started. I believe that when I get close to people, they hurt me. I believe that when I trust people with valuable information or my secrets, they don't never know how to keep their mouth closed. I believe that when I lend people money, they don't give me my money back. I believe that when you allow people to get close to you, they stab you in the back. I don't know what your belief system is. I don't know what decision that you made from an experience that you had that turned out to not go the way that you wanted to go, but you decided something and you made up a rule, and I promise you're living by it. Just look at it. Look at the things that you say. Look at the things that you teach your children, the things that you say to the people that you love. Be careful. Don't trust people with everything. Watch this person. Have discernment. All the things. And it's not that these things are bad. I'm just telling you this is how you living, and this is why you need to be higher. Higher Dineen, higher Stephanie, higher LaShawn, higher. You got to pay attention to what you're allowing inside here, because those thoughts that you're not honoring is controlling your life. Number 5 is whatever it is that you believe, you act on. So it's going to affect your actions. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you believe that when people get close to you, they stab you in the back, in turn, the action that you're going to take is, I'm going to be isolated. I'm not going to allow people to get close to me. I'm not going to allow them to know what I'm doing, what moves I'm making, where I'm going, the way that I think, the way that I feel. I'm not trusting them with my dreams. I'm not trusting them with my heart. I'm not trusting them in my space. All of whatever it is, but it's affecting the way that you move. And do you get that you can't get to where you're going by yourself? Put that in the chat. I can't get to where I'm going by myself. I can't get to where I'm going by myself. Nothing that God has called you to, you can't. You can't. You cannot do this solo. No, dolo solo, it don't work here. It don't work here. It wasn't intended, and it don't work here. All right? So you can't do it by yourself. Whatever this dream is, this aspiration, this big goal, the way you want to impact the world, the way you want to change lives, the company that you want to build, the ministry that you want to build, the lives that you want to change, the money that you want to make, the house that you want to live in, the area that you want to go to, the countries that you want to see, the places that you want to go. It ain't going to happen by yourself. Do you get that? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So this belief system of isolating yourself to protect yourself from some experience that you had and some decision that you made. Hey, we trying to help you. Honor your thoughts. Higher, Dineen, higher. Put it in the chat. I will go higher. And finally, those actions brings for results. So if you guys don't know, I am affectionately known as the results coach, right? There's some people that just get things done. I was on a coaching call today with one of my, I don't want to say team members, but we're kind of like, I don't want to say in the cohort, but we support each other, right? Fellow coaches support each other. We have conversations, we meet, we're accountability partners. We're all the things to our hopes and our dreams. This is why I'm saying you can't do it by yourself, and you cannot have conversations with the people that's not trying to do the things that you're trying to do, like elevate or go to a higher level. Because I'm telling you, people can discourage you, not even knowing that they discourage you with their conversation about all the things that they can't do and what you can't do. And if you wind up listening to them, it's going to affect what your actions. That's why you got to be careful of what you're listening to. That's how we started off. Higher, Dineen, higher. That's the conversation, okay? So these results that I'm able to produce is based on how I move. And here's the thing. Do you get that everything that you say that you believe, everything that you say you believe, you don't act on? Because you only act on the things that you truly believe. What do you mean by that? So I can say all day, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. But in actuality, it's some things I believe I could do through Christ that strengthens me. Right? That's just the truth. There's some things I'm afraid to do. There's some things I'm uncomfortable doing. There's some things I don't want to do. Do you get this too? You don't do things that you want. Like some people say, you got to want it real bad. You got to want it real bad. You got to believe real bad. None of that stuff. None of that stuff. No. You do what you actually believe. You talk a good game, but you can see based on the results that you have in your life what you believe. And if there's things that you've been going after for years on years on years on years, it don't take that long to get it. Do you got that? I know that hurt maybe because you think you're working hard. And what I'm saying is you may be working hard, but you ain't working hard to get the thing. I was talking to my sister last night, and I was talking to a coach earlier, and we was just talking about how people that get things done. That's why you got to be careful what rooms you bring me into, because I'm only going to be able to listen to what you say you want to do so many times before either I'm going to take control of the wheel or I'm going to get out the car. Those are my two options. Like, I can listen, I can get an understanding, I can start to see your world from your point of view, right? Because we all got a point of view. Put that in the chat. We all have a point of view. Like, we all are living from a viewpoint. But what you got to get is your viewpoint is yours and my viewpoint is mine. And based on where I live from, I get things done. Now, where you live from, I don't know. Look around. If you got the results that you want, you get things done too. If not, you don't get things done. You may do a lot of talking. You may do a lot of planning. You may do a lot of thinking. Like, those are all things that you have to do as part of the process of getting things done. But sometimes we don't execute for whatever reason. We hold ourselves out to be one way, but when in actuality, we ain't doing none of the things that we hold ourselves out to be. Do you get that? So while you are talking about doing these things, I need you to get in the game. But the way to get in the game and to stay in the game is that you got to be mindful of what's happening in between here, because it is running the whole show, right? The thoughts. This is all about honoring your thoughts this month. So the first thing is these experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. They have driven you to make a decision, whatever decision that was. And that decision became a rule, number 3. And you made it a rule and you follow it as it is true. And it has become, number 4, your belief system. You believe it. And because you believe it, you act on it as if it's true, even though it's only in your paradigm that this thing is true. Do you get that? And then because you believe that it's true, you start taking these actions on this truth that you made up. And that's all that matters, what you believe and you made up. And then you get the results that you have. And I pray that it's the results that you want to see. So listen, the next time you watch the Ratchet Show, the next time you listen to the conversation, the talk show, the audio book, like, there's one audio book that I'm listening to and I keep battling because it doesn't align with my belief system, right? It's called The Psychology of Money. I'm having The Psychology of Money. Yeah. I'm having a hard time with some of the things that's being discussed in the beginning chapters, but I don't want to quit because I feel like it could get better, right? Because you're not going to always believe everything that you're hearing, that you're listening to, but sometimes it's a good lesson for you in there, because you don't always get what you want. You don't always do what you believe. I'm trying to tell y'all, because y'all think I got to believe in order to make it happen. Nope, because you do a whole lot of stuff that you don't believe in already, and you ain't got to want it real bad in order to take action. All that stuff is just fake. It's made up. There's a lot of things that I do that I don't want to do. Do you get that? I do it because it gets me results, like working out. I don't want to do that, but I want to live. I want to be healthy, and I want to have a healthy weight. And so, look, there's things that you're going to do because you want the result. And if there's other ways that you can figure out to get there, I do believe that. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Figure it out. Do the things. Try it. That's called the concentration phase, when you're just doing a whole lot of things. You just take the spaghetti that you cook and you throw it on the refrigerator and see what sticks. And that's fine. That's how you eliminate things that work and don't work. But listen, not doing anything, I promise, ain't going to get you there. And ain't going to get you what you need. It ain't going to get you what you want. And just like I said, you don't even get the things that you want anyway, because you don't do the things that require you to get the things that you want. You try to do the things that you like. And what I'm saying is the things that you like, the things that you believe, the things, all that ain't going to always get you the results. Sometimes you're going to have to do the things you don't like. Sometimes you're going to have to work with the people that you don't care for. Sometimes you're going to have conversations that makes you uncomfortable. You're going to have to take those steps that make you uncomfortable. Do you understand? I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's the thought. Higher, LaShawn, higher. Put it in the chat. I will go higher. Put it in the chat. I will go higher. And I need you to be mindful. Stop listening to this stuff that don't edify you. If it goes against what it is that you know that you need in your mind to get you the results, and here's one other person, one other person I want you to stop listening to the most, and that's the negative thoughts that you have in your head, that you can't, and that it's not the right time. And this is one that has made me very uncomfortable. And maybe this happens to you guys. Be careful who you talk to. And I know, remember how I said sometimes people, they're doing this to help you. They're doing this to help you, and it's okay. But I just want you to listen to this. When someone see you stretching yourself, when someone see you stretching yourself to go after things that may change the way you live right now, I'm getting emotional because it's unbelievable. When people try to get you to not go to the uncomfortable place, right? When they say things, be careful. You sure you want to go asking for that? You sure you want to reach that high? You sure you want to go in that direction? Because see, it's just their comfort that's making them hold you back. Instead of them saying, you know what? You're encouraging me because I'm afraid to do that for myself. I'm afraid to go to the manager and tell them what I want. I'm afraid to speak that I need to get a promotion or that I need more responsibility. Oh, this is the thing. This was the coup de grace. This was the mic drop on last week that I heard in my effectiveness class as we ended our 3-month session. It was the least attractive things for human beings is being responsible, taking ownership of something. Don't nobody want to take ownership of anything. We prefer to blame, point the finger, talk about who should have done something, but never is it attractive for you to say, that belongs to me. I take responsibility for that. I take ownership of that. Let me be responsible for this project so I can get things moving. And remember, I always tell you this, taking responsibility and ownership don't mean that you do all the things, right? That's being cause in the matter. Put it in the chat. I will be cause in the matter. When you are cause in the matter, you move things forward. You enroll people in helping you and doing things to move things forward. See, leaders will lead. And like the coach said today to me, there's people that get things done and there's people that don't. And the people that get things done, we move different. We move different. And we make people very uncomfortable because when we come in spaces, they get to see how they don't get things done. And 9 times out of 10, that means they don't like for us to be in a space because they don't like to see how they ain't really doing nothing. Do you understand? I'm just saying. So be careful having those conversations with the people that's trying to make you afraid to go after what you want, to ask for what you want, to go into the boss office, to make the demands, to build your own plan on how you want to climb and what positions they need to open for you. And all those, be careful. Be careful. Don't let somebody else's fear become your own. Put that in the chat. Don't let someone else's fear become your own. Go for it. What do you have to lose? It ain't no need of being stuck in the same place for as long as you live. Let's get things moving. I love you guys. I'm leaving. Higher, Dineen, higher. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey.